The Bold and the Beautiful, Monday, October 20th. Spoilers. The Bold and the Beautiful. A baby war begins. Spencer's versus Forresters in the battle for Luna's child. The DNA results are in. And there's no more room for denial. Will Spencer is the father of Luna's baby. With that truth out in the open, what follows isn't relief or reconciliation, it's war. A war over a child not yet born. A war wrapped in power, bloodlines, family loyalty, and long-buried resentment. This is The Bold and the Beautiful at its sharpest edge, emotional, explosive, and deeply personal. On one side stand Bill Spencer and Katie Logan, forever intertwined as co-parents of Will, and now forced to unite again to protect the legacy they never expected. The stakes? Nothing less than guardianship over their unborn grandchild. A Spencer by blood, but carried by a woman they neither trust nor forgive. Luna is in prison. She's disgraced. And in the eyes of the Spencers, she's unfit to raise a child, especially their heir. Katie, normally the moral compass in any storm, is pushed into a position she never imagined, willing to fight for custody of a baby who hasn't even drawn its first breath. Not out of greed, not out of revenge, but out of conviction. She believes the child deserves better than to grow up behind bars or in the shadow of a mother. With a criminal past, her maternal instincts are on fire, and they're laser-focused on ensuring that baby is raised with safety, structure, and stability, none of which, in her view, Luna can provide. Bill, for once, isn't thinking in terms of business deals or empire moves. This is personal. This is about his son. Will is still reeling from the chaos Luna dragged him into, and Bill wants blood. He wants control. He wants to reclaim the Spencer name from the scandal Luna attached to it. And the fastest way to do that is to ensure Luna never raises this child. He doesn't care about her pleas. He doesn't care about her feelings. To him, Luna is a threat, and threats are meant to be neutralized. Enter Elektra, the wildcard and the firestarter. The one who called the police on Luna in the first place. She's not backing down. In fact, she's doubling down. She's in Bill and Katie's ear constantly, urging them to secure emergency guardianship the moment that baby is born. No waiting. No second chances. In Elektra's mind, Luna's crimes, whatever the public doesn't know, she does, make her categorically unfit for motherhood. She positions herself as a concerned citizen, but there's venom in her voice. She's not just protecting a child. She's grinding an axe. But this isn't just a Spencer issue. Not anymore. Because now Steffy Forrester and Dr. John Finnegan know the truth. Luna is not only alive, but pregnant with Will Spencer's baby. That bombshell has shattered their peace. They've barely recovered from Luna's presumed death. And now they're pulled into a legal and emotional firestorm they never asked for. Finn is gutted. Luna was like family, is family. The thought of her raising a baby behind bars while the Spencers circle like sharks doesn't sit right with him. And for Steffy, as much as she resents Luna's role in recent turmoil, the idea of handing a newborn over to Bill Spencer, of all people, is a hard no. Steffy knows what Bill is capable of. She's lived it. She's seen him manipulate, dominate, and bulldoze his way through every moral line. She knows that Bill doesn't raise children, he molds heirs. He grooms successors. He doesn't see a baby, he sees a Spencer legacy to control. And that scares her, that infuriates her. So now the lines are drawn. It's Beatty versus Shin, and the battlefield is the Los Angeles family court. The legal machinery starts grinding into motion. Custody petitions, emergency hearings, character witnesses, psychological evaluations. Luna, though still incarcerated, becomes the fulcrum of every move. Her past is dissected, her crimes analyzed, her relationship with Will picked apart by lawyers, therapists, and judges. And Luna? She's fighting from behind steel bars, but her voice isn't silent. She's writing letters, pleading her case, arguing that her love for her child is no less than anyone else's. That the mistakes she made were real, yes, but they don't define her. She begs Finn. She begs Steffy. She wants them to step in, not just as relatives but as allies. She needs help. She needs a lifeline. Finn is torn. He's a doctor. A man who saves people, not takes children away from them. He believes Luna can be a good mother. He knows trauma when he sees it. And he knows that redemption is possible. But legally? He's on shaky ground. Morally? He's under pressure. Steffy's pressure. Spencer pressure. Family pressure. Steffy wants to protect the baby too, but not by handing it over to the Spencers. Not by siding with Katie, who suddenly sees herself as a savior. Not by trusting Bill, a man who's torn families apart more times than anyone can count. Steffy sees this baby as a chance to stop history from repeating itself. Another generation raised in rivalry, greed, and power games? Not if she can help it. But the courts don't deal in emotional baggage. They deal in facts, fitness, and legal precedent. And that's where Elektra becomes dangerous. She's digging, feeding the Spencers dirt, building a case so airtight it might suffocate Luna's rights before the baby even arrives. Every arrest, every misstep, every accusation, it's all fair game now. Elektra wants this win, and she's playing dirty. Meanwhile, the Forresters are rattled. Ridge doesn't want to see another family scandal play out in the press. Brooke tries to be the bridge, but even she can't deny the tension. The entire fashion house buzzes with whispers. A Forrester baby born in prison? Raised by Spencers? It's déjà vu. It's a nightmare. Even Hope Logan, once a voice of reason, can't stay neutral. She sees the child as innocent but knows what Spencer influence can do. She's watched it turn men into monsters. She doesn't want that for Luna's baby. And at the heart of all this, Will Spencer is spiraling. He's about to become a father. His girlfriend is in jail. His parents are fighting her. The Forresters are turning against him. He's being pushed, pulled, and crushed under the weight of legacy, guilt, and love. He still cares for Luna, he never stopped. But now, every instinct in him is being rewired. Do what your father says. Trust your mother. Protect the child. Fight the mother. This is no longer just a custody case. It's a war of ideologies. A clash of dynasties. It's Spencer ruthlessness versus Forrester resolve. It's a courtroom saga that could rewrite the legacy of two families forever. As the due date approaches, pressure mounts. Legal deadlines. Media frenzy. Family alliances shifting like tectonic plates. Finn and Steffy consider seeking joint guardianship, a middle ground. But Bill calls it weakness. Katie calls it naive. To them, it's Spencer or nothing. And then, a whisper of a possibility, Luna may be released early. A technicality. A loophole. A compassionate plea. If that happens, everything changes. The courtroom transforms into a battlefield of a different kind, one where Luna herself can speak. One where the mother fights, not from the shadows but face to face. No one is ready for what comes next. Because this child, this baby who hasn't even been born, already carries the weight of generations. Already sits at the heart of a storm far bigger than any one parent. The Spencers want to own the future. The Forresters want to protect it. Luna wants to reclaim it. And Will? He just wants to survive it. This is The Bold and the Beautiful. And the battle for this child is just beginning. Poppy's brutal visit, Luna's prison hell, Steffy's return shakes everything. The drama on The Bold and the Beautiful is only heating up. And Monday, October 20th is shaping up to be a turning point. As tensions explode and secrets claw their way into the light, one mother-daughter confrontation will leave a mark that could change everything. Poppy Nizawa walks into the prison like she owns the place. Not because she cares about seeing her daughter Luna, but because she has an agenda. One dripping with disdain and venom. Luna is alive. Not only that, but she's pregnant with Will Spencer's child. That little revelation, already a bombshell on its own, is about to be turned into a weapon in Poppy's hands. For Poppy, Luna's pregnancy is laughable. She doesn't show up to offer sympathy or motherly concern. Instead, she's there to twist the knife, to tear into Luna with sharp words and colder intent. She sits across from her daughter and mocks the entire situation. Pregnant by the son of a billionaire? She scoffs. How cliché can you get? There's no warmth. No empathy. Just scorn. And Luna? She's not having it. She may be behind bars, but she's not about to sit quietly while her mother throws dirt in her face. She fires back. She calls Poppy what many have thought for years. A gold digger. A woman who's made a career out of chasing rich, older men. Luna pushes back hard, making it crystal clear that whatever her mother thinks, her love for Will is real. It wasn't about the Spencer name. It wasn't about money. It was real, it was raw, and yes, it was messy. But it was never manipulation. But Poppy? She doesn't buy it. She leans in, sharp-eyed and ice-cold, and delivers the kind of insult that can only come from a mother who knows where to cut. She tells Luna she's incapable of love. Not the deep kind. Not the selfless kind. Not when every step she's taken screams of selfishness and chaos. Luna, in Poppy's eyes, is a tornado of bad decisions. And getting pregnant by Will Spencer is just the latest one. And then comes the dagger. You think he'll take you back? Poppy sneers. After everything? After the lies, the manipulation, the mess? You destroyed his life. You dragged him through hell. You used him, Luna. There's no way, he's giving you another chance. Luna breaks. Not visibly. Not entirely. But something in her crumbles. Because as much as she wants to deny it, some of what Poppy says lands. Her relationship with Will is in ruins. Her future? Uncertain. Her past? Haunting her from every angle. And now she's stuck, locked away, waiting to give birth behind bars while the world moves on without her. But Poppy's visit isn't just about shaming her daughter. It's about reclaiming power. She leaves that prison satisfied, knowing she got under Luna's skin. She walks out like she won something. But what exactly that is remains to be seen. Meanwhile, across town, something very different is happening. Steffy Forrester is coming home. And she's not alone, she's bringing Kelly Spencer and Hayes Finnegan with her. It should be a joyful reunion. A family brought back together. And on the surface, it is. Finn is overjoyed to have his wife and kids home. It's been a long, painful separation. The tension of recent months, the trauma, the fear, it's all been leading to this. But that joy? It's about to get tested. Finn knows he has to tell Steffy the truth. About Luna, about the pregnancy, about the prison, all of it, and it's not going to be easy. He's been holding this back, trying to shield Steffy from more stress. But now, with her back, the moment of truth has arrived. And Steffy's reaction? It's going to rock the foundation of their marriage. She'll be shocked to learn that Luna's alive. After everything. After the chaos and danger and emotional wreckage. But once that initial shock wears off, anger takes its place. How long has Finn known? Why did he keep this from her? And more importantly, how in the world did Luna end up pregnant with Will Spencer's child? It's a scandal that touches every family in Los Angeles. Spencer, Forrester, Finnegan, no one's untouched. Steffy is livid, not just at the betrayal of information being withheld, but at the sheer madness of the situation. Will is young, vulnerable, and Luna? No matter what she claims, she's toxic. The idea that her stepson is connected to Luna forever through a child? That's not something Steffy's going to take lightly. And it puts Finn in a tight spot. He wants peace. He wants his family to heal. But with this mess unfolding, peace is the last thing on the horizon. The next few episodes will be explosive. Steffy will demand answers. From Finn. From Will. Maybe even from Bill Spencer himself. She won't rest until she understands how things spiraled so far out of control. Meanwhile, Luna will be stuck in her cell, alone, stewing in the aftermath of Poppy's visit. The guilt, the rage, the confusion, the fear for her child, all of it brewing, tightening around her like a vice. And the worst part? She can't fix any of it. Not yet. Poppy, for her part, will feel triumphant. She said what she came to say. She laid down the law. But the audience knows better. Poppy's cruelty isn't strength, it's desperation masked as control. She's terrified, deep down. Terrified that Luna really is like her. Terrified that Luna might outshine her. Terrified that, for once, her manipulation won't be enough to keep everything in line. And Will? We haven't even seen the full scope of his reaction yet. But it's coming. The heartbreak. The anger. The realization that he's going to be a father. The boy is about to be forced to grow up, and fast. And who's going to stand beside him when that moment comes? Bill Spencer? Maybe. Maybe not. Because let's not forget, this scandal puts him in the hot seat too. His son is having a baby with a woman who's behind bars. His empire is now tied to a scandal he didn't see coming. And Bill? He doesn't do scandal quietly. So where does it all go from here? Steffy and Finn are about to face their first major test since reuniting. Will they make it through this storm? Or will Luna's shadow crack their marriage wide open? Poppy's moment of triumph may be short-lived. If Will decides to fight for custody. Or worse, if he still has feelings for Luna. Everything Poppy just said could come back to haunt her. And Luna? She may be down, but she's not out. Not yet. With a baby on the way, she's got a new reason to fight. To prove she's not just her mother's daughter. To prove she can love and be loved, without strings, without manipulation, without power games. This Monday's episode is just the beginning. The battlefield is drawn. The stakes are rising. And the bold and the beautiful is once again proving why it's the most explosive show on daytime TV. More secrets will break. More loyalties will shatter. And the fallout? It's coming fast. So buckle up. Because the storm has only just begun.